Welcome back to Our World with Black Enterprise. One of the things we have to ask is prioritization, right? There's a million issues we could be talking about at once, but at the same time, we have to make some choices about what's a priority. Trayvon Martin became a priority. Voter ID becomes a priority. But what happens when we start talking about gay and lesbian rights? What happens when we start talking about the environment? How do we as a movement decide what's our top priority and what isn't? What do you think?
I think the test of this movement is understanding, can we have the longevity of the justice system? Will we remain consistent, hot and heavy? And so even outside of our parameters, the movement of apartheid in South Africa was able to keep ringing the hammer.
Right, but there was a clear enemy, and the enemy was apartheid.
Yes.
Here in the United States, it's a little more complicated, right? Because we have white supremacy, right? But then we also have this mass class inequality. We have homophobia, we have environmentalism, we have all this stuff.
But let me just say
the point is that when you talk about LGBT, and the point is, as Dr. Bryan said earlier, no such thing as dealing with Trayvon Martin without black crime. No such thing as dealing with the black church without dealing with the homophobia that's being pumped out from the pulpit and the pews while it's being practiced simultaneously, which is an interesting contradiction.
Now, you talk about resurrection, you're going to shake up the movement when you have that kind of conversation,
well, I'm talking
right?
about love. It's either we're going to be open to all peoples, lesbians, gays, transgender, bisexual people, as well as poor people, as well as women, or we're just faking the funk.
Yeah.
The gay and lesbian movement, bisexual, transgender,
all let me get all of them right.
And the women's agenda movement are clear on their lobbying, they're clear on their goals. It is only when we come to the black movement that we feel like we need to be encompassing to everybody else's issues.
With all due respect, the point is, you made eloquently the argument earlier, as Dr. King said, justice is indivisible. Ain't no such thing as quarantining it and compartmentalizing it. Either we're about justice or we're not. And if we're about justice, we can't say they as if no black people are gay or they as if no women are gay.
It seems to me as if we're going to resurrect the movement, we have to work some of this stuff out. I'm not offering an answer.
That's resurrecting the same old thing. That's the old preacher's attitude toward gay and lesbian people.
What should our priorities be? Let me tell you what people say, black people say, in market surveys and polling. It's about jobs, economics, and education. Black people universally assign those as having the highest priorities.
I agree with both Mayor Morial and Dr. Bryan. I'm just simply saying that gay and lesbian people go, look, we're interested in the universal concerns of blackness as well. We just get cut out so often. Women get cut out. We get segregated. We're part of the whole. We talk about black unity. We talk about the necessity for us coming together, and yet we're the very ones who split those people off. Let's just be concerned about justice and oppression wherever it falls and whoever it affects.